Did you ever feel like everyone else around you seems to be able to afford more, live better, or just spend freely? The truth is, you're not alone. With social media feeds full of luxuries, rent new cars, vacations, designer clothes, it's easy to think, how do others afford all that? Or even, what am I doing wrong? Today, I want to talk about exactly that and how that feeling, where that feeling comes from, and if it's true. Also, what's going on? How can you stop comparing anyway and start to live a life that is truly making you happy without having the feeling that you're missing out on something? You're going to have a new perspective by the end of this video and practical steps to create your own path to financial happiness and freedom. Smoke and mirrors. Let's talk about social media for a second, because this is one of the biggest sources that what everyone's doing seems better than what you're doing. Social media gives us a filtered, selective moment of people's life. What you're seeing is not the full story. It's a highlight reel. People post their best moments, not their everyday struggle. They're sharing their new past purchases, not the credit card bill that came along with it. Those beautiful photos with vacations, they don't show how much that costs or the stress that might be behind that. So comparing yourself to someone else, social media feeds, is like you're comparing yourself to a movie. It's not real life. So be mindful of your social media habits. Try a little experiment here. Unfollow some accounts that make you feel like questioning your own life. Follow people instead who are open and transparent, showing real life struggles, finances, and the obstacles that you can learn from that. Try limiting your screen time, for example, to reduce that constant exposure to this filtered lifestyle. Keeping up with the expectation. Moving on to something called lifestyle inflation. This is the big reason why some people seem that they're able to afford more. Lifestyle inflation happens when people increase their expenses whenever their income increases, just trying to keep up with the social media expectations. So let's say you get a rise. Instead of saving or investing that extra money, you start spending more. A nicer car, a fancy dinner, or the latest phone. While these purchases might seem small on their own, they add up fast, and soon you're living paycheck to paycheck just for those items. And in many cases, they feel like they have to keep up with friends, co-workers, for things they might actually not even care about, just to fit in. It's a dangerous cycle that leaves people financially stressed, even if they seem to be affording more. So take a look on your own spending. Ask yourself, are there things I'm buying just because I feel I should? Can I live with less and be still happy? That doesn't mean you cannot enjoy your money, but it's about being meaningful and think about what matters to you. Credit cards, private loans, these are all ways that people finance lifestyle that look impressive from the outside, but may not be sustainable. In fact, many people are barely managing their debt payments. So when you see someone with a new car or extraordinary wedding, expensive vacations, whatever it is, remember there is a good chance it's funded by debt, and it does not require wealth. If you're in debt, don't stress. Start listing all your debt. Make a plan how to track them one by one. Prioritize paying off high interest debt first. As you do that, you find more financial freedom and you feel less pressure to keep up. Knowing your goals and values here. A big part of feeling that someone else can afford more than yourself comes from comparison. But everyone has a unique financial goal. So comparing ourselves to others often leads to frustration because you feel like whatever they have, you want to have now. Imagine that your financial goal was to buy a house and your friend's goal is travel. Their Instagram might be full of amazing travel photos while you're still paying down debt for your house. And you feel like you're missing something, you miss out on something. But don't compare yourself to them because you might feel like left out. But remember, you're building to something that matters to you, if that's the house. I, for example, have it the other way around. My prioritization isn't travel. I really know that I'm happier if I can travel a lot in a year. Seeing new places, meeting new people. But of course, I have my moments where I'm at my living area and I'm like, wow, those houses here and there and this street are looking gorgeous. Or also when I'm traveling and I see very, very beautiful houses, I'm like, oh my god, it would be so beautiful to have one of those. And sometimes, yes, I for sure dream of, oh my god, that garden looks so nice, that kitchen. But then I remember that even if I had that house, if all my savings and my earnings, my time and energy would go towards that house and leaving me no money and time to travel, I know I would be more miserable even though I had that house, because my personal goal, my values is traveling. So maybe it's for you the other way around, and this is just two different examples, but there are many of those examples out there. But if it's not for you, if there is something you just do because others do that, are you really happy then? So don't get yourself down by that thought. It has to align with what really matters to you. So take some time to think about your personal thoughts and values. Do you want to be debt free? Do you want to travel? Do you want to have a house? goals, whatever it is, write down what matters most to you and work towards that. Use your finances towards that, and you will start feeling that don't to still compare yourself to others. That feeling is going to fade away. Building a financial awareness. Let's for a second take a moment and look at steps for financial awareness. Being aware of where your money goes and why is key to feeling in control. So track your income and expenses. A simple budget can be eye-opening and give you control of your money. Recognizing the differences between what you want and what you need. Sometimes what we want is driven by social pressure, not actually desire from ourselves. Start small, even though it's just a couple bucks a week, but your saving habit matters. And also, did you save a little extra this month? Instead of eating out, cook at home. Small wins can keep you on track. Remember, building wealth is not about making big moves. It's about consistent steps that add up over time. Most of us think wealth means having a luxurious car, a huge house, but it can be much deeper than that. True wealth is having control of your own life, the freedom of making choices, good health, fulfilled relationships, and a sense of purpose. In fact, there are countless people with a lot of money who feel unfulfilled and constantly stressed because they're chasing the money. And there are a lot of people who have a lot of money, but they're using it to fulfill their real desire. There is a different feeling behind both of them, but there is a big difference between those. Both have money, but using debt to get more and more items is for sure less fulfilling than building up wealth for your own life goals. Getting more and more items is not a fulfilling way. Did you ever buy something you bought, let's say, a year ago, and when you bought it you were like, wow, it's new, it's shiny, it's great, I'm so happy, and a year after it's not giving you the same excitement? You're still maybe happy you have it, but the excitement is not there anymore. It's not fulfilling you, and there is a bitterness knowing that you have a lot of those items and still feel not fulfilled. You first earned that money for that, you put your energy and time in that, and then it's not fulfilling you. There is a kind of bitterness in that thought. To reflect on what's worth to you. It can be the feeling of spending more time with your family, travel without stress, knowing that you're not in debt, pursuing project that really matters. Now we looked a little bit on the physiological feelings, on why others seem to have more. Let's talk about building your own financial path. Every journey is so different, and there is no single right or wrong or right way to do it. But the best part is that you can create that path instead of focusing on what others are doing. Focus on what you're building. Set small financial goals and trust the process. And remember that the way of financial stability or happiness is maybe full up and downs, but each step towards something that really matters to you is doable and brings you more fulfillment. Maybe you have a small saving goal, or defining what success is for you. Feeling like others can afford more is normal, especially in today's world, where we have social media all around us. But by understanding the realities of social media, lifestyle inflation, and comparison, you can break free from that cycle. So remember, financial success is a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. Stay true to your values, and you'll build a life that truly makes you happy. The next time you're catching yourself thinking, oh, why can't I afford this or this? Remember yourself. Your journey is unique, and you're exactly where you need to be right now, and you're going to find your way, and not all seems like it is.